We all know Han Solo has sex.
Being held by you isn't quite enough to get me excited.
But who else in Star Wars gets laid?
Sorry, sweetheart. I haven't got time for anything else.
Other than R2-D2 putting his robot rod in all these sockets, Han flirting with Princess Leia is the only time sex for fun is mentioned in Star Wars. Mostly, sex in Star Wars just produces a lot of babies, and that usually ends up with parents dying tragically. So what's the deal? Is Star Wars afraid of sex?
I'm not afraid.
On the other hand, Star Wars' biggest nerd competitor, Star Trek, has a lot of sex. Like, a lot of sex. So much so that many of Star Trek's most famous storylines specifically revolve around sex. In Amok Time, we found that Vulcans have to have sex every 7 years or they die. Then, in the time of the Next Generation, everybody got laid. Data got laid, Picard got laid, Riker gets laid, but probably not as much as Picard because Riker only likes to have sex with holograms. Back in Star Wars, no one has sex with holograms.
She's beautiful.
Thank God. Back when Luke lusted after the hologram of his sister Princess Leia, we have to wonder, was Luke Skywalker a virgin? In 2015, Mark Hamill said Luke Skywalker's sexuality is whatever you want it to be. Then, in 2017, he heavily implied that Luke had never fired his proton torpedoes. In Hamill's words, the original Star Wars films never address adult sexuality. Other than maybe R2-D2 and C-3PO, who, Rogue One director Gareth Edwards said have a sexual relationship, here are the only people we know for sure who have had sex in Star Wars. Galen Erso and his wife Lyra Erso, Padme Amidala and Anakin Skywalker, Han Solo, and Princess Leia. And that's it. So, where did all the rest of these people come from? Because if they're not all clones, then it seems like babies in the Star Wars galaxy are being born by magic.
There was no father.